All right, well, this was a relatively easy fix. What happened is the chain came off, ran up through these husking rollers and got jammed. You can actually see where it was sitting all the way up there. We just spread these apart a little bit, got the chain back out, didn't even have to take it apart. Problem was those bigger rounds wouldn't fit through here even if we took it apart. So we had to get it down, didn't even take the chain apart. Now this idler right here has a tensioner on it. We're gonna tighten it up because this chain has too much slack. And then put a new shear bolt in right there. Line that up with that, and we'll be good to go. Well, here you go. Got the shear bolt replaced. Got the gathering chain out of there. Everything's back tight. Got it all cleaned out. Everything's running good, sounds good. So, a big concern right there. Everybody worries because the corn's bunching up there. Look, there's no corn. It's gonna bunch up there either way. And because those husking rollers are a little bit loose, rather than having it clogged and start hammering the hammer clutch, we just let a little bit of extra stock through, go into the wagon, and then we grind it for cattle feed. It's not a big deal. But you can see, there's gonna be corn there either way. As for the corn that gets into the head right there, that's just stock. It just rides. See those chains right there? Smooth paddles. The paddles carry the ears of corn that are heavier. They sink down to the bottom, up, and some of the stalk rides on top of it. It's not that big of a deal. I swear some of you guys in the comments act like we haven't been running this type of equipment my entire life. Yes, it has a missing hood. You know what? I can service the air filter this way. All I do, pull that, air filter comes out, I can clean the air filter without having to take a whole hood off and skip it for a season. This is how we run equipment. It's okay. It's not your equipment. I don't know why you guys are so worried about it. Now, for all the people that just enjoy watching this old equipment work and us keeping it going, I appreciate you. We're gonna go out and pick some ear corn now, and then we'll turn it into cattle feed later. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so now the tack's not working, of course, but I want to show you. Nope, not gonna work. Okay, but look at this. PTO. That's the 1000 shaft, so it's based off the 1000 shaft. I had a lot of comments on the last video saying I was running it at way too many PTO RPMs. This 1486, and most 1486s, if not all, have a 1000 shaft and a 540 shaft, which means you run the 1000 shaft at 1000 RPMs. When the 1000 shaft is running at 1000 RPMs, it is geared so the 540 shaft is running at 540 roughly RPMs. It might be a 10 RPM change. So when I'm running the tractor at 800 to 900 PTO RPMs, that's on the 1000 shaft. Therefore, the 540 shaft is running at 400 to 450 RPMs. So this is a 540, and we're running it even slower than we need to. And you can see, corn's still gonna bunch up. See, the husks are holding it. That doesn't matter if I go 1 mile an hour or 20 miles an hour. Husks are gonna bunch up. There's gonna be a little bit of husk in the wagon. We don't mind. It'll be okay. The cows will eat it. Luckily, these stalks are quite a bit wetter today. We got a bunch of rain, so they're gonna feed through there quite a bit better. But everything else will be roughly the same circumstances. So I'm gonna show you the proper way to pick ear corn with our equipment. Okay, so you can see how slow I'm going, right? Running right down the row. It is in third gear, low range. Look at that. That corn is gonna bunch up in that head either way. I slowed it down 2 gears for you guys. You can see the corn in the husking buds too. It's gonna bunch up down there on the end. Here, I'll drop the TA back. Look at that. We're going even slower. I'll get out my phone GPS once I get off here, and I'll let you know exactly how fast I'm going. People said to run it at 4 miles an hour. I bet we're not even running it at that. And it's still gonna bunch up. That's just part of dealing with dry stalks, dry corn, and it's gonna shell. When you get into corn this dry, this late in the season, it's gonna shell out. It's just part of it. Okay, so today, like I say, I got a little bit of extra time. Left a little bit of extra time to explain all this stuff to you. I don't know if you can see how muddy it is over there. Everybody worries about why we gotta have so much horsepower to run the little old new idea ear corn picker. It's not that we need the horsepower. This was the extra tractor, so we hooked it up. It is pretty nice having a cab. We're out here in the winter. I mean, one window missing, not a big deal. Still keeps you out of the wind, weather, sprinkling or snowing or whatever. Also, it's so muddy over there, and like I say, that's not even the reason. That's just a happy byproduct. I bet if I was on my 560, I wouldn't be like stuck buried, but I don't think I'd be able to pull this all through it. The wagon load of corn and the ear corn picker and everything, because it's so wet out here, because we've been getting an extraordinary amount of rain for January and no freezing temperatures, so the ground's it had some frost down in it and then a bunch of rain on top, so it's just a sloppy, slick layer on top. But we're picking corn. So I did get out my phone, got on the GPS, and it says we are going 3.9 to 4 miles an hour. So that's the speed you guys said you wanted. We just started this row. You can already see some of the stalks are bunching up down there. That'll be full by the time we get to the end of the row. And I'll let it clean out. Doesn't cause a problem. See, corn's gonna keep falling back down that elevator. It's at a steep angle, so we can pull a bigger wagon with it. See all that corn falling back down? There's still husk going up. It's all good. Everything works. Here we go. I stopped this for you. Yeah, because I stopped it, I dropped a little corn out the front of the head. But look at all this stalk. It's just stalk. It gets built up on top. That's what you guys are seeing. That was running in third gear, low range. The TA was forward. I was running exactly 4 miles an hour. The comments all said to run these at 3 to 4 miles an hour. I was running it just below proper RPM speed. It was probably 500. There's gonna be corn down in there. Hold on. That's what this big area is for. It's not gonna hurt to have a little bit of extra corn down in here. Look how steep this elevator is. Some of it's gonna fall back down. I hope this just explains it a little bit better to some of you guys that don't really know. Corn, it's gonna have husk in it. Not really a big problem. Cows eat it. But we're getting a good wagon load. Corn's doing all right. We got all that horsepower to pull it. I don't know what you guys want me to do. Go hook up to the A. But yeah, I just really hope this explains it a little bit better to some of you guys. Some of you seemed misinformed about stuff. Do you like Dad's flappers? We've got some comments on these. People want them to be longer, and this isn't straight up and down, but look how close it gets. When it's down, it actually is hitting the corn. Anything of any actual size will get hit by it, and it keeps it moving. See, up here all stays clean. It's only down here right at the end, and that's what the flappers do, is they push it up over for the stuff that bunches up. But that's funny. Actively, while I'm telling you guys about why it doesn't hurt to go a little bit faster and to use the old equipment, a comment popped up for a notification. So all I can see is going way too fast with that old picker. That was the primary comment on the last video. But guess what? It's still picking. It's still working. Not a problem. Now we're gonna let it clean out. Look at how lightweight those are. They're just sitting there. They take forever. Just sitting here, sitting here, sitting here. It actually helps when you have corn stalks pushing in there, because it keeps that stuff moving by pushing it up with new stuff. See, I'm not doing this to hate on you guys. I appreciate all the viewers, all the commenters, all the likes. That video that I'm talking about did amazing. You got it, as we're speaking, we got 25,000 views on it. This probably won't come out for almost another week, 5 days or so after filming. I just put a video out yesterday of grinding cattle feed. So I try to put one out every week. So I understand you guys can't know every circumstance of every field and every area, but when you get into the comments, just think about that. You guys don't know what's going on, what we got going on. Maybe we have stuff set up different than you. So I appreciate the comments, but when you leave a comment, keep that in mind. See, it's all going good. You can see corn getting into the wagon there. We're going across the field. I actually bumped it up. We're in 4th gear low range now. I got tired of going slow. But it's actually staying cleaner over there. I'm going faster and it's staying cleaner. And for some reason it does seem when I'm going across the field this way to stay cleaner than the other way. I know the corn seems maybe a couple inches shorter, so the stalks are gonna bunch up a little bit less, I guess. But like I say, I appreciate all the views, all the comments, all the interaction. Just keep some of that stuff in mind when you're commenting. I hope you guys enjoy watching us use this old equipment. Pretty much everything on the farm's older than I am, and we've been running it that way my whole life. I just seen another comment actually. See, that's why you guys are amazing. In the time it's taken me to film this video, I've probably seen 5 or 6 notifications for comments. I haven't opened them up yet. I try to get back to all of you, reply to as many as I can, or at least like them, so that way you guys know I read them. When I come up on this end of the field, I actually shut the PTO off once it cleans out for a second, because it's so muddy. I gotta kind of turn sharper to get out of this mud. Yeah, we're spinning right now. Differential lock. Look at all that water. Gotta kind of get close to that wagon. But then I'll let it clean out before I start going across the field this way. Sorry about the camera work, it's bumpy here on the end rows. Yeah. But the other comment was, love what, it said something about farming with equipment that doesn't owe you nothing, which means it's all bought and paid for. And that's how everything on this farm is. We don't have any equipment that the bank owns. And obviously we're not a big farmer. We still have full-time jobs. We just farm on the side, which is also why we're always in a hurry. only got so much weekend time and time before work, or I guess for most people after work, but for me, I go second shift, so I got to do stuff late morning before work to get stuff done. So we're getting the wagon full. I think I'll make it all the way across this time. I don't know if I'll make it all the way back, but I'm gonna get a full wagon, see how much that grinds. I might come back out and pick a little more, I don't know. See how much time I have. Like I say, everything's based on time. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting another row. Okay, so got a full load on there. Good looking corn. 14 did good, ear corn picker did good, even when I sped it up. But had to pull it up here on the dry ground for the A. Come on out of there. The little A wouldn't pull it up out of that mud. I would guarantee that. So I'm gonna go park this, look up the A, move on to the next step. You can tell where the differential lock is by where you knock the mud off your boot when you stomp on it. Muddy out. Needs to dry up a little. Preferably dry up a little and then freeze. Looks like a good spot to park it. Oh, before we shut it off, somebody will comment on that. Okay, so I appreciate anybody that's stuck around this far in the video. Hope I could alleviate some of those misconceptions that we had going on in the last one. But yeah, anybody that stuck around this far, I'm sure you guys are already subscribed. I really appreciate you. This is gonna probably make a video. It'll be out Saturday, end of January, middle, I don't know. Sometime a Saturday in January, hopefully. But see if the Farm All A wants to start. It should. I've already had it running today. It was up in the shed. Helps when you put the battery connection back on. Yep, no problem. So, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not. Like, drop a comment, even if it's a hate comment. I appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Never knew I would get this many subscribers, have this many people watch my videos. We're gonna go turn that corn into some cow feed. As always, have a good one.